Hello everyone, my name is Cyrus Hojadi. I'm here with James Allsup, and he has a YouTube channel as well. We have many similar views. We are both concerned with the white demographic decline. We are actually in the American Renaissance Conference, so I flew all the way here from Las Vegas, and this gentleman flew all the way from the Seattle-Tacoma area, right?
Around there, approximately, yeah.
And I have to say, great speech, and I'm really glad how you have criticized our economic system, including capitalism, because capitalism is not necessarily in the best interest of the white race as it is now. So can you just give me a little bit of a summary of what's going on?
Generally, or specifically to economics?
Either.
Well, the economic portion of my speech was something that I didn't plan on talking about, but as I was writing, it really came to me and really felt important to talk about how many of these institutions that we on the right broadly have venerated for a long time, including capitalism, are no longer working in our interests and are actually working against us. And that's why I mentioned capitalism as a force that is working against us, because the consequences of unfettered capitalism have been very detrimental to the American people.
And I agree, and this is how the elite establishment have hijacked the right-wing Republican Party with the Reagan, with the trade deals, the amnesty, the oligarchies forming, and we had a lot of deregulation. I know a lot of people in this event say we have too many regulations, we have big government, but on another end, we have lots of deregulation. And then the left has been hijacked because they have lost their base to the middle class, they've lost against their anti-corporate power, and they've been hijacked with SJW propaganda being anti-white.
Anti-white, yeah.
And so what it's really happened to, this is how both parties are masquerading as they're different, but they're working together.
It's been referred to as the uniparty, and I think that's a very apt description. That the Republican Party, for example, with immigration, will support more immigration, legal and illegal, truly, because that satisfies the interests of their corporate donors that profit from having lower wages and more competition for jobs. Whereas the left will approach it from a more social angle and say that it is our duty as America to welcome in every poor, downtrodden person, etc. But really, in the end, regardless of the motivations, they're working for the same goal.
Absolutely, and it's very similar in terms of banking and finance, trade deals, just a wide number of issues. Now, I wanted to ask you this, because I'm from Las Vegas, and the difference between Las Vegas and Seattle is that your area has a lot of white liberals who hate themselves. Now, the whites in Las Vegas, they tend to vote Republican, but what we have is a problem with these mass immigration, with these casinos, and all of this cheap labor from Asia and Latin America coming in, changing our schools, creating all this sprawl development out in the French cities, and then what we see is that it's become a voting tool. Yeah. So now these anchor babies, all these children, have become a huge political voting process, and I fear, unless people like me stand up. By the way, to your viewers, I'm Iranian descent, so this demographic decline is concerning to non-Europeans too, because this is going to badly affect our lives. This great country was built, and my parents moved to because of white people mainly. That's a fact. And what they're trying to do is replace, just like they did to California, they're trying to replace Las Vegas. And you see all the new laws, all the gun restrictions that they try to bring in. So what's your take on that?
I think you're more or less on the right track. Yeah, I mean, the intersection of race and voting is very important, and a lot of people don't like to talk about that, including Republicans. But I think that the relationship between race and voting should be on the forefront of the mind of every Republican, even normal, traditional Republicans. Because once Texas becomes a blue state, it'll be impossible for Republicans to win national elections ever again. It's mathematically impossible.
I hear you, and even the Republican Party has threatened to do that. One last thing before I go, a couple last things. Technology, I think, is going to be a game player because you have a lot of Latinos and Asians that are working jobs that are going to be gone with the press of a button. Do you think that we can basically get that opportunity to support our causes? They're talking about basic income. If we can give basic income to these third world countries, maybe this can stop the migration and we can finally save the white race.
Well, I think that
now they're talking about zeitgeist movement.
In terms of coming out of nation, it is coming. There's nothing we can do to stop it, and we need to acknowledge that. And instead of just kicking the can down the road, pretending like it's not going to be a threat that fundamentally disrupts the economy, I think what we should be doing is using this as propaganda, warning people about this, and saying, look, all of these people coming in to do menial jobs, they're going to be replaced by machines. And when they're replaced by machines, they'll have no jobs, they'll be dependent on a welfare system.
We're not going to give DACAs and anchor babies welfare.
It's going to create massive civil unrest.
Just a few seconds. We have to work together nationally, globally, and locally.
Sure.
Help save your area, the Seattle area. I'm going to save Las Vegas. Let's share some information.
Sure.
And let's keep this going, because as soon as non-Europeans stand up to this, this bubble is going to pop for good. So you hear this out there, you want to tag me, call me a hater, you're not going to get away with it. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.